Yo, 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 and welcome back to Creeps and Crimes Podcast. I'm Morgan. Happy Thursday and happy episode 265. This week, two, cool. Two, 266. Em and I actually just finished recording our TVB, and so we're still laughing our asses off. But this week I have Em from And That's Why We Drink with us here today as Taylor's fill-in.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here. I do want to give you guys a little message from Taylor. First, she wanted to tell you, Em, and Eva, if you're hearing this, thank them very much for coming in place of her. I know that she knows that it's a busy time of the year. Same goes for Eva if she's on. Taylor said that she never thought in a million years that she would miss one single episode. So having people that know what they're doing to help me and make life easier on me lifts so much weight off of her shoulders. So thank you for being here. And I feel the same way.
Well, it's not even it doesn't feel like a favor. I'm just happy to be here. So,
well, I'll cry. Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And then Taylor, to our besties out there, Taylor wants to say that she is getting better every day, but especially because of your encouraging words and sweet messages and comments and etc. and the grace that you're showing her because she's not feeling or not having to worry or feel rushed to come back. The besties, you guys mean the world to both her and Logan. And Logan actually cannot get over how amazing everyone has been and how they have shown up for the both of them.
That's nice.
All she asks is that you continue sending love and light her way and that she loves you all. And I miss her dearly. So I can't wait to have her back.
But yeah, we're giving her space.
Giving her the space. She's my girl.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be here. It is disappointing she can't be on the show for the Halloween episode, the spookiest one of the year. But I'm honored that if I got to be on any episode of Creeps and Crimes, I get to be on the spookiest episode of the year. So I'm very jazzed. Thank you for having me.
Well, we can't thank you enough for everything that you guys have done and Parapods Network as a whole. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, to be completely honest. But again, I don't want to talk too much on it because one, I'll cry, and two, that's Taylor's story to tell. Mm-hmm. And so I know that she is eager to get back and talk to you guys, but still just needs a little bit more time to heal. And so on that note, what do you have planned for Halloween?
What do I have planned? Well, so originally it was going to be, I guess, nothing because my girlfriend's out of town and usually we do everything Halloween together. So I've had a bit of I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I can't go out and do Halloween things without her. So, which I'm sure would be the highest compliment to her that she's ruined Halloween for me if something happens between us. But so I wasn't going to do anything. And then I had friends that I met up with last week who said, oh, you live in an area where people go trick-or-treating. Could we, come on over and we could all hand out candy to the kids. So they kind of thrust themselves upon me, which I'm honored that make friends feel like they can do that. That was not at all an imposition to me. I was so happy that I have a house and people are using it, but that means that now I have plans that I was not expecting. So now I'm kind of frantically trying to do lights on the house and everything. So it looks kind of festive when they come over. And so
will you dress up?
Yeah. You caught me in the middle of a costume crisis where if you go and listen to my Halloween episode of And That's Why We Drink, you'll see that there was a wardrobe malfunction. I planned on being Frankenstein because my dog's name is Hank, so he's going to be Hankenstein. And basically, Instacart, the boy shoppers are garbage. And instead of getting a Frankenstein costume, which I ordered, they sent me a condom costume.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, a full condom. So I don't know why they make that. I don't know why he thought that was the same as Frankenstein.
You have to sue Instacart right now because that is insane.
They didn't do anything, but it is those boy shoppers, I'm telling you. So
I'll tell you what.
I certainly can't trick or treat in that. So I am now ordering some backup costume. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. So
the kids at the door in a condom costume.
They took candy from a condom. That's what they would have to tell mommy.
And now you're registered. So
yeah, fully.
That's great.
So anyway, I will be dressing up. I don't know as what yet. I'm going to kind of maybe mosey around Spirit Halloween and shop myself because I don't trust the phone these days. So
yeah, well, and you know what? Instacart shoppers, they really are the worst because they'll also DM you, hey, I can't find this. I'm I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
I'm
you sent me a picture of it.
looking at it. What do you mean? They're like, oh, I see it. Okay, okay. I'm like,
I have asked for tomatoes, and they've sent me a picture of tomatoes and gone, can't find them, and then pressed refund before I could reply. And I'm like, well, okay, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, what's wrong with those ones?
Anyway, are you dressing up, and as what if you are?
So I'm not. So we are going to Pittsburgh. Actually, we have a wedding
on
Halloween. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. So we have a wedding on Halloween, and it's masquerade themed.
Cool.
So formal gowns and then mask.
Are you?
And then it's like
bummed at all that you're missing like the classic kitschy Halloween? Are you excited for a change or?
Honestly, not really. We don't really get much trick-or-treaters here at the house. So
okay.
Actually, we get none. We get my neighbors. And that's about it. And so
you could just leave one single candy bar on the porch for them.
I usually just will make them their own little baggies, and then walk it over and me trick-or-treating to them. But I'm actually kind of excited to be back home because my parents sometimes get a good chunk of trick-or-treaters, even though I won't be there that night, but still fun because maybe on my way out to the city, I'll see them all in their little costumes.
Very cool.
But Ollie, where is that dog?
Is he dressing like a monkey? I asked earlier why you call him monkey.
No, but I have a monkey costume from a long time ago. Now that you say that, let me show you because it is adorable.
Of course.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, he's a little monkey.
It's a gorilla costume.
So cute.
Are you kidding me? It was so big though, so I had to put a scrunchie around his neck. But it was actually sound. It was that one. It was like, I'm gonna kill my mom. But
my dude, yeah.
Kill my grandpa. But it's the audio has been removed from Instagram, so it's actually.
Has it really? What a shame. It's such a good sound.
I know that is a really big. That's sad, but yeah, no. So I am excited to do that, and it's like bring your own mask, but also it says, okay, here's a debacle I'm in. It says that they will have masks provided, but you're more than welcome to bring your own.
Mm-hmm.
So do I go and do I look like a loser if I don't bring my own mask?
Mm-hmm.
Or that's like bring your own beer. And then you show up and you're like, hey, man, can I bum a beer?
Yeah.
But,
well, I think
they're like, I have a little bit, but bring your own, kind of thing.
I think you bring one that you're comfortable with, and then you hope that there's something even better, and then you can kind of swipe it for yourself and be like, just have a plan B,
Yes, I know for Aaron's sake, because he's already, I'm not wearing that. I'm like, yeah, actually you are. It's mandatory.
But he can have a boy one. They have glow in the dark ones and ones with LED lights and stuff.
Yeah,
he
we're
can
not
still
asking you to put on a bird mask. Imagine though,
like a big feather, diamond encrusted. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little or Phantom of the Opera here,
right.
Just, So anyway, so I would like to order one, but then I'm like, oh God, what if I order one and it's way over the top, and I show up there and I have lace and diamonds, and
you just gotta own it sometimes. I went to a wedding.
Everyone else has regular ones.
I went to a wedding where I will say a lot of people nailed it, but some people, it felt a little over the top in comparison because the wedding was in an art museum, which I thought was sick. And then the request was to basically dress like art, basically. It was dress like you're in a fucking art museum. It was a little vague, but it was a little creative. And so I ended up going in kind of this velvet crushed, green, blazer, and it was all kind of swanky and cool, but nobody else did that. So then I was just the person in a very bright green jacket the whole night, and I just kind of really needed to own it, or else it was gonna look so weird,
or else you're gonna be get in your head and be I need to go.
Yeah,
I feel crazy.
But at least people leave saying hey, you know what, Morgan looked a little crazy, but she committed to the bit. At least you're that.
True. And I'm thinking of the flash photography.
Yeah. Amanda, who's one of the co-hosts on Wine and Crime, she got married on Halloween, and it was in a haunted castle, which I thought was sick. And
what?
I know. So kind of if I were to ever get married, I'm sensing a theme here. So it would have to be a spooky situation.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah.
I wonder if this place is haunted because it's pretty old, but I think it's an apartment facility now, but they I think it used to be a hotel. It's at the, I don't really want to
triangulate, but maybe it's haunted. I mean, that would certainly make it more fun for a Halloween wedding. Can you imagine if you got married somewhere old on Halloween and it wasn't haunted? I'd be give me my money back,
Yeah. All right. So anyway, guys, we're going to jump right into it. So if you're driving, throw that shit on cruise control. If you got a glass, pour that shit up, and let's get creepy.
So I brought 3 stories over from some That's Why We Drink listeners per Morgan's request. And I was very excited because I usually don't read the stories. That is Eva et al. Usually do that. And thank you, Eva, for letting me log into that email account. Felt like going into a time capsule.
Oh my God. Whoa, I didn't realize.
Yeah, so then that way
So
when
that
Christine and I read them
for you, yeah.
Yeah, Eva, there are a lot of times where we'll like make a request, like Christine, like a cowboys or whatever. So cowboy ghosts, and so then she'll type in cowboy and find a bunch of. So it's become like a bit of a series where we can make requests, and so we never know what we're gonna get. It's very fun.
Thank you, Eva, for granting me access to this.
It was very fun. These were the first listeners of stories I've read in a while. So, but I typed in my own keyword and I was like, well, Tennessee. Let's just see what we get if there's any Tennessee stories.
Lots of history there, as Em and I just talked about.
Well,
it's wonderful.
Luckily, I didn't find anything too problematic, but I hope Eva and thus Christine is okay with this. I did steal a cowboy story. So,
are you going to get us in trouble?
I don't know. Maybe it just means that Christine has to listen to this episode. So,
perfect.
Anyway, here's one. This is from Alex, who uses he, him pronouns. Thank you for normalizing pronouns, Alex. And the subject line is the woman who watched me play Mario and a very angry ghost. And
Mario.
I know. I guess. Did you ever play Mario as a kid?
Like Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Super.
So no.
All of them.
Oh, okay, great. I was an only child.
Mario 64.
So I had no interest in any of that. And now as an adult, I don't have the passion for the game that everyone else got as a child. And so I don't understand the love at all.
What?
I know.
Nothing Nintendo?
Again, as an only child, I really played a lot of like solo games. So anytime someone would come over,
Were
it
you
would be like
Pikmin?
No, but I would play like Guitar Hero, or I would do like Wii, and then like the second player was always like an automated character. And so whenever people would come over, I would be like, we can take turns, but the idea of competing against someone was never something instilled in me. So Mario just stresses me the fuck out now because I'm like, why is everyone screaming? I don't care enough.
Yeah, I was one of 4 kids, so we had all 4 Wii remotes going, and it was battle to the death.
What number Wii were you? 1, 2, 3, 4.
3.
That's a nice place to be. 4 was always the embarrassing one, I think. So who was that?
Well, you couldn't fight my brother over first player. Like we would get into fist fights if you would accidentally try to sneak in and like connect first, and it would be a big ordeal. And then he'd be like, "We're not playing that." And I'm like, "Okay."
He sounds great.
He would also make us, so he'd be on Guitar Hero, and he was so good at Guitar Hero. Like, I mean, expert on like through
everyone's
the fire and
older
flames.
brother was like, that was the height of popularity, I think.
Yeah. And so he would be like, guys, no one can play until I fail. And then he'd always pick Through the Fire and Flames. And it was like a 10-minute song, And
at that point, just walk away. Yeah.
Yeah. We never really got to.
I got Guitar
sharing.
I got Guitar Hero on my 14th birthday, and so now anytime I think back to being 14, I just know Guitar Hero was about an hour away from whatever memory I have. Anyway, Alex and Mario, the games.
I'm so sorry. Ollie has a squeaker in his mouth. I don't know if you can hear it. No, we're done. Okay.
Morgan and I had a whole conversation about how I'm an unfun dog parent because my dog has never seen a squeaky toy in his entire life, and I don't regret it. I've never had to pull the toy away, and so whenever, like how you just said, part of me is like, oh, I'm so glad I'm so glad I'm mean. No, I'm just like, I feel like the evil parent, but then part of me is like the selfish part. I'm so grateful I'm a little awful. So anyway, you're a better dog parent than I am, but I don't mind being selfish.
We're equally good dog parents. Okay.
Not in the same categories. I think in Squeaky World, you're Mom of the Year. So
okay, Squeaky World, I might take that crown.
Alex says, I am a longtime listener. Oh, of and That's Why I Drink. Whoops. Sorry, shameless plug.
It's okay. I actually shamelessly plug you guys too, because all of these I pulled recently and they're all came from And That's Why We Drink. So
very sweet.
Yeah.
That's very sweet. Okay, so Alex says, I'm going to share 2 of my many scary stories. And without further ado, let's crack into it. In 2010, I was 12, and I was a big fan of the new Super Mario Brothers Wii game. I'm sure you know it well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My aunt and my cousin were playing through the game one night and decided to take a break to put up outdoor holiday decorations. I decided to stay back and try to get through one more level, as it was a particularly challenging one in the final world. The way that their house was set up was that there was a living room that had a hallway that connected to the bedrooms and bathroom. I was sitting on the floor directly in front of the hallway. After a couple tries, I started feeling that something was off and that I was being watched. I turned around, and standing in the hallway, watching me fail at this Mario level, was an indigenous woman. She was scowling at me, clearly displeased that I couldn't reach the flagpole. I don't think that's what she was displeased about, but maybe. I must have blacked out because the next thing I know, I was standing outside barefoot and with shorts on, shivering from the cold.
Oh my God.
She said, "You suck so bad at Mario, get out of the house."
Yeah.
She said, bam.
Yeah, she wasn't mad about the flagpole. She was like, actually, you need to get away from the entire console.
Yeah.
Because you're terrible.
Get away from the family. You're causing disappointment everywhere. I don't remember anything else about that, and I don't know how long we stared at each other, how I got outside, or where she went after I left the building. All I can say is I went home after that and avoided that house for a good few weeks. My second story, unfortunately, took place in the home that my parents still lived in, and it was late, and my mother and I were watching TV while my dad was working a late shift. In the room connected to the living room we were in, our dog started going ballistic. He wouldn't stop barking, growling, and having oh my God, and then your dog shows up. He wouldn't stop barking, growling, and having a miserable time. After a few seconds, my mother and I hear a man with a deep voice filled with rage screaming, "Cut it out!"
Ew.
Followed by the dog running and hiding. We froze and then searched the entire property, but there was no sign of anyone. I have no clue who that was that yelled, but he must not have been a dog person.
I can't. Like, this is why I don't win Dog Mom of the Year, because I'm a sucker, I'm a sucker.
Well, some other freaky things have happened in that house, like the woman who would stand in the hallway and watch me brush my teeth. Oh my God. Nothing has been as scary as that man's scream. Thank you so much for reading my story. Keep on rocking on. Alex, that's
fuck that, Alex.
And the fact that your dog, like to hear a grown man's voice when you know when there's not a grown man in the house and he's screaming at your dog, it's like, first of all, you shouldn't fucking be here. Second of all, the nerve to have anything to say about my dog.
Mouth.
Yeah. It's like, you're so lucky I can't see you. I'd come swinging, but horrifying.
Yeah.
Also, there's a woman who watches you brush your teeth and kicks you out of the house when you suck at video games.
When you suck at video games.
It's like, wow.
Last level, right? Didn't Alex say
Yeah.
last level?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Damn. No, fuck that. I don't know, guys. I didn't have a haunted house like that growing up, so I just can't relate to half of our listeners that write in this stuff.
Well,
because
I was gonna say, I know that we talk about this in the TBB, but we're talking about like pettiest things you could do as a ghost. There's nothing pettier than waiting till someone's at the last final level of Mario and then getting them away from the TV.
Then appear out of thin air and then make them black out. Like,
it's like, oh, you're so close. Fuck you. You might as well just turn the console off, you know? Oh
fuck
my God.
off. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for that, Alex. Okay, I actually will have 2 sound audio clips for you to hear after, and I need to figure out how to actually share that with you. So I'm going to go anonymous because I did not receive permission for the name, and the title of this is Flesh Pedestrian and Homicidal Ghosts, ?
Okay. Hate that.
Hi guys, longtime listener here. It's been a minute since I've sent in a creepy account, and my resume of frightening shit is getting uncomfortably long now. I figured I would send in some of my personal favorites because I've already told everyone in my life and I need to spill these stories to more people. Anyways, here's the first story. I work as a lift operator at a ski resort, and occasionally we are required to take some night shifts, working until 10 to 11 p.m. This particular resort I work at just so happens to be protected native land. During the day, it is truly one of the most breathtaking places you'll see, but at night, things get interesting. This particular night, I was working the top station on the mountain, meaning my coworker and I would need someone to drive us back down. It's summer, so no snowboarding, skiing down. It was around 10 and pitch black. I'm talking no moon, nothing. My coworker and I shut off the lift and went out to where one of the maintenance guys, we'll call him James, was waiting with a truck. We hopped in James's truck and made some offhand comments about how creepy it felt outside. James agreed, explaining how he had parked just around the bend of the road earlier. He felt a need to lock his doors, like something was going to get him. This was tremendous news considering the maintenance men are not the type of guys to get freaked out easily. My coworker and I silently shared a freaked out glance, but the show must go on.
I love that I can feel that both of them like just grabbed each other's arm and were like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What the fuck? We started driving down the road, going through dark twists and turns down the middle of this mountain, haunting forest lined on one side of us and a rocky cliff face line the other. As we were driving, we came across one of our winter lifts. These lifts are not in operation during the summer. They're rarely turned on and are only in use for maintenance when they are. As we got closer, James whispered something to the effect of, "What the hell?" And I noticed that the lift was on.
Oh, shit.
James pulled off to the side, telling us that it should not be on, and he was extremely confused as to why it would be. I asked if they had been working on it earlier in the day, and he was positive that they had not been. At this point, I was genuinely freaked out, and the vibes had already been off, and this was damn near the cherry on top. Flash forward about 10 minutes, and James had turned off the lift and brought us back to our cars. I made an effort to sort myself out as quick as possible and get the hell out of there. I was driving out of the resort, and I decided to call my mom. I'm on the phone with her as I pull out onto the windy road that leads out of the canyon and resort. On the left side of the road, it is a very steep hillside, a straight cliff face at some points that is covered in really dense woods. Okay. A place I have never seen anyone go, nor any deer or anything bigger than a raccoon. Ugh. It's just simply that hard to navigate through, and there's 0 point to even be up there. On my right is a drop off into a river. On either side of me, there's essentially nothingness, and the only way out is on the road. As I'm driving, I'm speeding to about 50 miles per hour. That's fast down the mountain, Bestie.
Yeah, I honestly, if you're that scared, I get it.
Yeah, it's dark and windy, but I know the road, and frankly, I don't want to be in creepy ass woods any longer than needed.
I get it.
As I round another bend, I am looking ahead at the only other car on the road just ahead of me when suddenly a tall, pale, white, humanoid figure leaps out of the trees on my left in what looks like a full sprint.
Leaps out of trees?
Fuck. I'm immediately... And why does it have to be pale white? Like that? Yeah. Because it's like they glow. Like, I'm just picturing it.
I guess you do get to choose. I like what you look like. It wouldn't occur to me that something that leaps out of trees would pick something as pure and innocent to me as like a bright white light. I would pick like that feels like a shadow person, like a solid black void colored shadow person, you know?
Yeah, and you know what? I wonder if what your pettiest haunting would be, or what your choice of haunting would be, coexist with your appearance. Like this person, spirit, entity, figure, humanoid, is clearly in the dark. So what would make them?
That's a great point.
Shine, pale, white, tall.
But that also, well, we could talk about this for hours, so I'm gonna hold it back. But it also, like, do you want to be seen? Do you not want to be seen? Like,
right,
that's freaky. Like, is your energy good or bad? Like, I feel like just like how video games, if you get to unlock certain levels, I feel like if you have a certain type of energy, you're not allowed access to certain powers. Yeah. I don't know. Or maybe you're unfortunately able to have all of them. I don't know.
Okay, so what if after death we enter a video game? We enter Mario, and
joke's on you, we're already in a simulation.
We're this close to the flagpole, and then we're kicked out of the game because the player, whoever was controlling us, got kicked out of their house and blacked out. And it was us. We were Mario in the game.
All I'm saying is that would actually be a great video game. If you get to the final level and then actually just start all over, or you never get to finish. And someone just stares at you and the screen just goes, just why not?
I hated that. Okay. Okay. So this tall, white, humanoid figure leaps out of the trees on my left in what looks like a full sprint. The thing is coming directly at my driver's side window like some kind of fucked up missile. By the grace of God, I was speeding just enough to have completely gone past the thing before it hit my car. My blood ran cold. I replayed the image of it in my mind over and over. My first thought was, what kind of hiker or teenager would ever think that that's a funny prank to play? Mm-hmm. Leaping out at cars in the middle of the night. Then I really thought about what I had seen. This thing came out of my peripheral, but it had been so close, I was 100% sure about what it looked like. I saw its arms pumping in a sprinting manner. It had no clothes on because the entire coloring of its body was this pale white shade. It was at least as tall as my car, and it was fucking fast. I added fucking. They just said fast.
I mean, I think they probably would say that's fine.
I immediately checked my rear view and I saw nothing behind me. Thank God I was on the phone with my mom. Otherwise, I probably would have driven into the river. I'm also 99% sure all she heard was fuck, fuck, fuck. What the fuck just happened? Holy shit. What was that? Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all for story 1. And story 2 is a lot shorter.
Horrifying.
This is story 2. And this is where our audio clips are going to come in, the videos I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, my roommates and I had decided to go ghost hunting one night. We piled in the car and went to 2 different cemeteries. One was rumored to have been very haunted, and granted, it had weird vibes, but nothing noticeable had taken place. The second cemetery had much better vibes, and yet again, nothing happened, or so we thought. I was recording the entire thing on my digital camera for the sake of making a funny YouTube video afterwards. It wasn't until the next day when I was editing the footage that I came across something largely fucked. At the second cemetery, we had parked our car in the middle of it, and right before leaving, I turned the radio to a bunch of different static stations because I remembered people saying that you could talk to ghosts through static stations or something to that effect, which is called, what is that? A spirit box, right?
It's basically a spirit box, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was going to give you the fancy phrase, but I honestly can't remember it at the moment.
I was going to say, now I'm curious, but I won't put
I think it's ITC something communication, whatever.
Transcontinental?
Yep. No.
Right?
Transcontinental?
Transcontinental.
If you're right, I feel so stupid. ITC ghost detection.
Surely that's not right. That can't be right.
What the hell does ITC mean?
Because radios are like
instrumental transcommunication.
Oh, okay.
I had a feeling that geography was not involved. Good guess though.
Crossing planes, it could have been continental. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay, so I remember people saying that you could talk to ghosts through static stations or something to that effect. So I was just jumbling through them, trying to make out any voices, and we heard nothing until I was editing the camera footage, and I decided to mess with the audio on the video of the radio stations. I'm going to put the unedited audio first and then the enhanced audio with captions. You guys are seriously amazing. Thank you for reading this. P.S. Too broke for Patreon, so if you choose to post, be awesome if you could do it publicly. Anonymous. Cool. Okay. Thank you, Anonymous, for submitting that and sending that in. I hate that you experienced the freaking white, pale, humanoid, tall ass. It also had the audacity to hit your car, which is crazy. Was there any damage?
And yeah, with the pumping with the arms, like the intention is what freaks me out even more. Because if you saw something, you could drive away and go, I didn't see shit. I don't even want to think about it. Who knows what that was? I could be making things up. But the intention of constantly chasing you and hitting your car wasn't fucking enough. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and also though, why was the lift on? That first lift that was shut off. So like, what the hell was going on that night? Like, what was out and about?
Great point. Yeah.
Something was messing around.
We don't talk about the electronic malfunctions enough because I feel like people are like, oh yeah, my TV turned on. It's like, does it end somewhere? Is there a line, or can they turn on full ass machinery? And
right, like
we just don't talk about
lift.
that.
Yeah.
And like, what if a person? I mean, it was closed, but imagine if someone was like on that ski lift, or like something bad could so happen if ghosts just have that kind of power. Anyway.
Yeah, wait, we don't talk about that because I've never thought about that, and now I don't want to think about that.
I know.
It's like they could just shut off cars, right? Like
that's what I'm saying. Or like they could like a plane,
like electronic cars.
Yeah.
They could just do.
I mean, they could just hit the nuclear button if they want to,
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
I'm just trying to think like what's the worst thing that could happen.
Are we like, do you think that maybe we're giving ghosts ideas right now?
Maybe. You know what? Here's another one that's the reverse. What if someone like was a bad ghost, or like in life he was like a serial killer or something? Don't you think they could just press the button that unlocks all the jail cells and just let everyone out?
Oh my God.
And no one's done that. So then I'm kind of like, well, now do ghosts exist? Because I feel like some ghosts with bad intentions would have absolutely done that by now. Yeah. Demons,
what are they doing?
I know.
Just possessing random people in small towns. Like
they're wasting time.
That's a lot of, I don't want to say talent, but.
I'm not trying to give the skeptics any points here, but that is a point I have no argument towards.
So. Yeah, no, me too. And that thought never existed in my head until just this moment. So now I'll be spiraling on that. Okay. So play the first audio because you can't really hear anything. And then the second one, you can really.
Okay, I'll play the first one. Okay, the first one I heard, and it's essentially what from for people who are not looking at a screen right now. I assume we're putting the video in the...
And I will also drop the audio at the same time that you just took that pause there. Mm-hmm.
If you're wondering what it looked like, it was just basically a camera on the actual radio of the car and someone's hand, almost as if they were scanning through channels. That's all you saw. But yeah, you just hear white noise, basically. I didn't hear anything else. Okay. The second one?
Yeah.
Ew. Okay.
Ew. And thank you for the captions, Anonymous. Also, I appreciate that.
And for those who aren't looking at the screen, the captions pretty much said that sound of a voice going, "Ooh, or, ooh, or." It sounds like shoot her, which is
shoot her.
Horrifying.
Say something. And then the next one was say something, right?
Yeah, say something.
And then there was a third one.
I don't know.
Say what? I don't know. Like a fool.
Ugh. I hate that.
Yeah. I didn't like that one either. But
as someone who's so fascinated by ghosts and desperately wants to like prove that there's evidence of ghosts, the second there's a lick of potential evidence, I'm like, get away from me. So like that sound, I'm like, so, oh my God. Okay. Yikes.
Yeah. But meanwhile, we're also like, I mean, why don't I just unlock all the jail cells?
I know. Can you imagine if one of them goes, now that's not a bad idea, and all of a sudden there's news tonight of a big prison outbreak? Oh my God. We'll know something happened. Thank you for the video and the audio, and also I really didn't like it, so no thank you at the same time.
Yeah, thank you, Anon. All right,
my next
what you
one
got?
Is from Hannah, who uses she, her pronouns. Thank you for normalizing pronouns. And Hannah says, hello, fabulous friends. I'll start by saying I love your show. I'm going to assume she's talking about both of ours. And it says...
Thanks, Hannah. Hannah's like, I've never listened to those bitches a day in my life.
Well, Hannah says, I'm a big fan and hope you guys have a show next time you're in Tennessee. So maybe you can just be there instead. I don't know.
Hey, Hannah.
Hannah says, I have always been fascinated by the paranormal and all things spooky. I dabble in ghost hunting myself, but I don't think I'm allowed to disclose any of those stories. I love how it's like, I didn't sign an NDA with the ghosts. Meanwhile, I'm a ghost hunter and I've never hidden a single story. Now I'm like, should I have been keeping that? Whatever. No one's come and gotten me yet. So even when I was younger, I had a sensitivity to the paranormal. When spirits are present, I seem to always know about that. It's like my spidey senses start tingling and I become very alert, and then bam, something paranormal happens. I didn't really understand what was happening at first and still don't understand it completely. For example, we lived in a haunted house while I was in middle school, and I had this strange feeling that something was about to happen when I was home alone. It was an unsettling feeling, and it felt like someone was in the room with me. Then I saw an apparition peek around a doorway and look right at me. I can't, if there's one ghost I can't stand, it's the ones who peek around a doorway. The ones who just go, hello. Like, oh my God.
No, show yourself.
Yeah.
Show yourself right now.
You are such a fucking badass. The fact that your response is, that's not enough. Bring it all out. I want to see you in your full form.
But if you're going to do that to me, like, we're not doing hide and fucking peek. You need to walk out.
I like you combined hide and seek with peekaboo, and you went hide and peek, man. The way that if someone poked their head out, I would just push their head right back over to the other side of the wall so I don't see anything. And you're like, come out, you fucking coward. Right. Tells two very different stories.
Honestly, I'm more of a flight. I'm not a fight. So,
you know, but when you're sitting in a room full of safety, you really sound very tough.
Yeah. And I do feel safe right now, but if there's someone peeking at the door, I would be like, just 1 second, Em, I have to go. And then I would press end and I would walk the fuck out of here.
What was that video of you and Taylor that went viral where like you thought Taylor went into got hypnotized all of a sudden?
So that was in this room right here, and I was sitting over to the right, and so there's 2 windows behind me over there. And so she just started staring like past me through, and the window blinds were open. It was dark out. And that's like my biggest fear, is like thinking that there's someone behind me and or outside the window. And so she's just like staring at the window, and that's when I freaked out. I got scared. And then I scared her because I got scared.
I mean, the way, like, for someone who's saying I'm more flight, not fight, I'm like, I beg to differ. I saw how fast you went into action when you thought that she was fucking possessed. You literally swung that mic. You were like, I don't fucking think so. Like, what were you gonna do? Hit her until she like came back?
I don't know. I didn't even think in that moment that she was in a trance. I thought that she was staring at something behind me and just wasn't saying it. Like,
It's certainly
kind of like
she did go a little. I'm sorry, Taylor. She did go a little like slack jaw, like she like all of a sudden wasn't in the right headspace. You did react as if you saw something overtake her. Like you.
I know.
Still one of my favorite clips of you too.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's our favorite too.
Anyway, based on that, I think if you saw a little head poke around I think you would. I just see you swinging the microphone every time now, and like, I don't think so.
What the fuck?
Get out here. So skip forward to my freshman year of college. I attended a very old school, so there is bound to be some ghosts, and I lived in an all-girls freshman building on campus. My roommate and I had known each other for some time and were excited to start college together, and later we found out we would share our dorm room with something not of this world.
Uh-oh.
The activity started with knocks on the door late at night. We would have just turned off the lights to go to bed, and you could hear slow and soft knocking on our door. At first, we thought it was noises coming from other dorms around us. We're living on a college campus, of course, but then it started happening very late at night. I would wake up out of a deep sleep and feel like someone was in the room. I would roll over, and sure enough, the knocking would start on the door. The lights always stayed on in the hallways of the dorm, so light would shine in from under the door. So if someone was standing in front of the door, you could see the shadow of their feet. Anytime there was knocking at night, there was a shadow under the door. And us being the people that we are, we would try to ignore it, or we would say it was someone pranking us. But we weren't brave enough to open the door either to invite in whatever or whoever was knocking.
So
well,
feet shadow, or like bodily figure shadows. Yeah. Like there's someone standing there.
And I don't like that it would only happen once you rolled over and could see the door, and then you would hear knocking and you'd see shadows under the feet.
Hate that.
Which I also don't understand why this ghost is doing like vampire rules. Like, why are you waiting to be let in? Just come in if you're that dark. Anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
My roommate experienced my bed moving all by itself one night when she was alone in the room. These are large wooden college beds, and they don't just move on their own, but the headboard would slide and knock against the wall and bounce back. And she slept with the lights on that night. Sleep? Fuck that. I would be like, okay, got it. I'm out of here. I've been in those college beds. That's to keep going back and forth.
Yeah. It's also okay. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to say it. Never mind.
We're thinking the same thing.
I was gonna say it was giving soaking. Like it's
yes. Okay. Wow, the mind meld is insane.
I was like, I'm not gonna say it, but I also really wanted to. And then I was laughing. I was like, I can't put a laugh there and then cut it. Like, and then, you know. Anyway.
No, I approve that one. That one's. I also thought something sexual. I was like, why is the headboard going to town? Okay.
Yeah.
Also, anything we owned that was battery operated, LOL, would die right after charging or replacing the batteries, which we were just talking about. What if a whole jail cell was like that? But imagine your like radio in college, or your TV or your laptop, everything would just die. And I would wake up a lot at night feeling like someone was watching me. We would talk to our RA about it, and apparently everyone just accepts that the building is haunted. So we weren't getting any help. Great. They named what?
Did she say what school?
No.
Okay. Just wondering if it was in Tennessee.
Oh, at the bottom she does. Maryville College?
That's 15 miles from my house right now.
Well,
what the fuck? Okay. I mean, wasn't expecting that. I mean, Tennessee's a large state.
It says at the bottom. So anyway, how many minutes is it? Like 20 minutes from you?
Depending on the day, it's by the airport. So it is. Right now, it takes 24 minutes.
Crazy. Okay, so we named the ghost Pete. And the next year, we obviously left that dorm and didn't look back. My sophomore year, I was talking to a girl that I worked with at my campus job. We were trading ghost stories, and I had not told her about my spooky dorm room yet. And we had not known each other before this job, so she would have no way of knowing which dorm I lived in my freshman year. But she starts telling me that over the summer, she worked as an RA that would stay in one of the dorms all summer. One of her jobs was to go around and check all of the keys and make sure that they still worked. She was in my previous dorm building checking the locks, and she began telling me that she gets to one door, unlocks it, and when she opens the door to reach in and lock it from the inside, a hand reached out and she got touched by another human hand. Another human hand grabs her. She jumped back. Like, I'm not kidding. I would never open a door again.
I would prefer a ghost hand. I would prefer a skeleton. I would prefer a long clawed witch.
Some wispy slime, something.
Yeah. Than an actual human hand.
A full hand. And like, why is it on the door at the same time your hand's on the door? Maybe it was like a student who was staying there when they shouldn't, and they were trying to like hold the door shut. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what you hope.
Mm-hmm.
She jumped back and the door shuts abruptly all by itself. I hate that.
Ooh, yeah, me too.
She left that night and didn't even sleep in the building. In horror, I asked which dorm it was, and sure enough, it was my dorm. Keep in mind that these dorms are under a lot of supervision. You have to have an active key card to even enter the building, and all of the dorms stay locked all summer long. This dorm was also on the second floor, so it would be difficult to break in. Anyways, Maryville College in Tennessee is full of ghost stories, and people have gotten pictures of apparitions. They've seen lights going on and off in buildings by themselves, and just so much more. I hope you enjoyed my story. Yep, and thank you so much, Hannah. And also, no, thank you so much, Hannah.
Thanks, neighbor. Hannah was not expecting a freaking story from. I mean, that's literally Knoxville. Maryville is, well, it's next to Knoxville, but it's like connected.
Wild.
That's crazy. I didn't even know Maryville College was actually like an open.
Interesting.
To be honest.
We had a college like that in my hometown where I was like, does anyone go there? And then I would randomly see someone with a shirt from it. And I'm like, is that a joke? Or like, you really,
yeah.
Yeah. It's always shocking.
Yeah. I don't know why you had also like a horn dog ghost going at it in your dorm room, but.
Yeah. She said, if I'm here for eternity, I might as well have the college life for eternity.
Right. Oh, you're kidding. Hold on. Okay, no, I'm good. Sorry, I just got a notification if I wanted to use my iPhone microphone for GarageBand. I was like, actually, no, I don't want to do that. Well, thank you so much, Hannah, for sending that in. And I hope that you hear this and you're like, what? She's right next to me? What?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. So this one I have is from Sierra. The title is, okay, fine. Here's my haunted house trauma dump.
Love that.
We must have begged a couple episodes ago. Okay, fine. My name's Sarah. I'm a huge fan of you guys. I've been wanting to share this story for a while now, but honestly, I'm pretty awkward and my grammar sucks, so I've held off. But after hearing your pleas for listener stories, I thought, what the hell? Okay, turns out we did beg. So here you go. Mm-hmm. The house I grew up in has always been haunted. Our backyards back up to a Catholic school that used to be an orphanage back in the day. My dad never told me or my brother about that and always dismissed the stories we tell him about our experiences. It wasn't until we moved out that he started to share his own. There were so many small occurrences. If you need to cut some of this out for length, totally understand. Growing up, we heard and saw things that we couldn't explain. We once heard a grown man's deep laughter coming from upstairs when it was just me, my brother, and our babysitter at home. It freaked her out so much that she made us play outside until my dad got home because she refused to go back in the house. Another time, we heard glass shattering upstairs, and when we went to look, nothing was broken or out of place. One of the freakiest things happened after a family vacation. Before we left, my dad unplugged all of the electronics. Here we go again. The microwave, TVs, alarm clocks, radios, everything. It was the 90s, and I think he thought he was saving money on the electric bill. When we got home late that night, we just brought our bags inside and went straight to bed. Later that night, we were all woken up to every single unplugged electronic turning on at once. TVs flicked to static, alarm clocks rang, radios blared at full volume, and the microwave even beeped. Are you group 7?
Yeah.
You are group 7?
Of course I'm group 7.
Did you participate at 3 p.m. toilet flush today?
Yes. No, I haven't because it's literally in 1 minute. But I have it saved, so yes, I wanted to.
Okay, wait. Is it Pacific time flush?
It's 2:59 PST. I didn't see anything about a time zone. I thought it was everyone at their 3 o'clock. No?
Oh, I thought it was everyone at 3 p.m. Eastern. I just wonder how it went. I was just wondering. Oh,
well, it didn't go because I.
Well, if you do need to go flush real quick, just to say you participated.
No, it's okay. Just know
all of the electronics turning on at once. I was like, wait, the toilet flush was today.
I am so glad I don't know why I didn't ask if you were group 7 immediately. I think I just assumed it. But no, it's literally 3 sharp right now. So there's a lot of people over here probably flushing their toilet. Just know that I'm doing it in spirit.
In spirit. And our ghosts. Wait a second. Why don't all the ghosts just team up and flush the toilet?
You know what? And for the sake of a good snow day, you think they would help us out, you know?
Yeah, it'd be really nice.
Was that your whole thing too, is doing the toilet flush 3 times for a snow day? Yeah. When you were about to have a snow day in school, like what were weren't there traditions that you would do to try to get a good snow day? Do I sound like a fucking crazy person right now? You would wear your pajamas inside out. You would flush the toilet 3 times. It was like a good luck ritual, basically. To
oh God, a ritual in my house. My mom would have been like, the devil.
I'm just saying, if I knew that I could have asked the ghosts in my house for help when it comes to like something like a snow day or like get me out of school tomorrow so I don't have to take this test, I would have been like, lock the doors, do whatever you got to do, help me out here. I would just use ghosts for good.
I didn't have that. I didn't. We didn't get snow days often, but when we did, I know we had to wake up and watch the TV, the news to wait for our name. And we were in M school, so it was always in the middle. And then you'd miss it because your mom's like, breakfast ready. And then we'd have to, oh, fuck, we have to remember that.
That sounds like something we're going to tell people in the home one day, in the retirement home. Be like, we had to find out on the TV. Yeah.
Yeah. The toilet flash of 2025. I was group 7.
We used to have freedom.
Okay. All right. The TVs flicked to static. The alarm clocks rang. Radios blared at full volume. And the microwave even beeped. And this was after every single thing was unplugged. It lasted about 10 seconds. And then, boop, everything just shut off like nothing had happened. I still don't know if it was a pissed off ghost or some kind of welcome back. But either way, we did not like it. Now for my solo story. I don't know if you'd call it an encounter, but it definitely freaked me out. It was the morning after Thanksgiving, probably around 7 a.m., and everyone was asleep. I was about 16 at the time, and of course, when I woke up, there was only one thing on my mind. I wanted to smoke some weed. My dad knew I smoked and didn't care as long as my little brother didn't find out. It was freezing outside, upstate New York in November. So instead of going out, I went to the basement where my dad had a workbench. I figured I'd turn on the exhaust fan and carefully blow the smoke out. Normally, I wouldn't be in the basement alone. The whole house gave me the creeps, but I had the family dog, and I think it's Seamus. Yeah. Seamus with me, so I felt okay. Or so I thought. After a few puffs, I realized maybe this wasn't the best idea. It was dark, I was alone, and the only other people were 2 floors above me asleep. And Seamus was on the landing of the basement stairs licking Thanksgiving scraps off the placemats waiting to be washed. I called him, Seamus, come here. Nothing. Called again. Nothing. Eye roll. Okay, fine, but I really wanted him by my side, so I had an idea. If I hid and called his name, his good boy protector mode would kick in and he'd come running to find me, and that is the highest thought I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I hid behind the old basement chimney stack, and I called him again. Seamus, nothing. Seamus, still nothing. Now I'm starting to feel that classic creepy basement panic. I thought, okay, I need some light. But the only light I had was my lighter. I flicked it on and called Seamus again. But this time, the tiny flame illuminated something carved into the brick right in front of my face.
Right out of a movie.
Shakily etched into the chimney stack were the words, "Death will come to mom only."
What? Sorry.
Listener says, I'm sorry, what? Below the words were about 20 deep claw-like marks scratched into the brick. And right as I was staring at it, a cold breath blew across the back of my neck. That was it. I noped the hell out, dropped the lighter, ran past Seamus on the landing, and bolted upstairs. I'm sure being a little high didn't help.
Hi, Seamus.
See you, Seamus. With your claw marks? Seamus is an S-dub. But seriously, what was that? I don't even remember what I did next. Probably watched cartoons to calm down. As soon as my dad woke up, I told him what had happened. He went down to check and was just as confused as I was. He even made me and my brother promise we weren't the ones who carved it. We swore up and down that we did not. I also pointed out to him that the carved area was painted over and we'd never painted the chimney, so it had to have been there long before we even owned the house. Of course, my dad downplayed the whole thing, probably just to make us feel safer. To this day, I refuse to go down into that basement, but maybe next time I'm in town, I'll grab a few people and go down there to take a picture for you. Anyway, that's my story. I'll ask my dad if he has any more, keep you updated if anything else creepy happens in that house. Love you lots. Bye, Sierra.
Ooh.
Sierra. I hate that for you.
I see. If I were a parent and I was trying to like make sure the kids didn't panic, that's like the highest form of kindness I could offer you. Because what I really want to do is freak the fuck out and have someone doing it with me. Like I don't care if you're 5. I want to be like, yo, that's crazy.
Like, oh, we gotta go now.
Like,
Get the truck. Show yourself. Step out the brick right now. What was Seamus doing?
Pissing me off. I don't know.
He was eating.
Yeah.
Nummy nums.
I wonder, and that's another thing, is like, I know animals can see things we can't, but do you think they just get so used to it that there's like, whatever, there's that creepy fucking demon again? Because some of them act freaked out, but in a moment like that, we could have really used Seamus also panicking, and he had no interest. Well,
all right, guys, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for being here with me in place of Taylor. We really appreciate it. You've been fantastic, and thank you for bringing your stories. And That's How We Drink listeners, thank you for donating your stories to the Creeps and Crimes podcast right now. the two of you, Hannah and Alex.
Yep. Thank you for having me, and happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah. Oh my God. Happy Halloween. Okay.
Ooh.
Happy Halloween. Stay safe. Trick or treat safely, please. Love you. Bye.